At the end of 2023, I started selling AI art as digital prints on Etsy, and within my first year, I was doing months like this. I knew nothing about what I was doing. I just stumbled around the dark and figured it out. But today, I've created an entire community about how to do it. And in this video, I'm going to walk through exactly what I would do if I was a brand new seller just trying to make my first dollar with AI art. We're going to walk through everything in this video, from the prompts to use to create best-selling prints, to how to create AI art and prep it for Etsy, and finally uploading it and posting it. So let's get into it. We're going to create the exact same setup as sellers like Lexington Prints with 45,000 sales, Antique White Art with 67,000 sales, and North Prints with 450,000 sales. And even with these digital downloads being about $3 or $3.50 a piece, that is still a ton of passive online income that sells while you sleep. You post these once and they can sell over and over on autopilot in the background. Someone could buy them at 2 a.m. across the country and you don't have to do a single thing. So the first thing we need to do is actually get the AI art that's going to make sales in our shop. So if I was starting completely from scratch, I am a little biased, but I would join the AI Art Sellers Collective group. So that's my community. And the first thing I would do is go into the AI Art Showcase tab and use some of these best-selling prompts that have already been proven to sell, right? Like this one or this one. So here's just one example. I'm going to go ahead and copy these prompts like this, Control C, Control C. And then I would use another resource in the AI Art Sellers Collective. In the Classroom tab, in the Resources tab, we have Atlas Muse, okay? This is a custom GPT that I specifically trained to create best-selling prompts. And I was using them before, but I'm just going to paste in both of these prompts like this. So here are my two prompts, right? But I kind of want to remix them just a little bit, right? So first things first, I don't think I want them to be in that AR. And maybe I want to change around some of these elements. Autumn Hillside, Country Lane. So let's actually just go ahead and talk through it. Hey, ChatGPT. So I have these two above prompts that I've been told are best-selling prompts on Etsy by this guy who has this AI art community. And I was hoping you could sort of remix them, give me more prompts that are similar to this. I like the New England, like fall country lane and like the fall landscapes. And I like the artists that are mentioned in those prompts. But remove the AR values because I'm going to do that myself in Midjourney. And same with the --V values. So, and same with the style. So just like give me the prompts as is. Yeah, and use maybe some other keywords like rule of thirds to make them even more painterly and have a better composition. Thank you. Easy as that. I love dictating with ChatGPT, side note. And then we'll see what it gives us. So oil painting, New England County Road and peak autumn, maple and trees ablaze with red. Oh man. Yeah, these are great. Claude Monet. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Great. So now we have a bunch of prompts. Now what would be the next step, right? Well, the next step is to actually, you could just go right into Midjourney, or you could go into the collective and click on another GPT to automate this entire thing once again. So I'm going to go into here and click Vega and click his link. And what this does is it allows us to turn that big list of prompts into one prompt. Okay, this is a little kind of like mini shortcut to make this go even faster. So if I just go like this, Control C to copy, go into the Permutation Warden. I'm going to tell him which plan I'm on. I'm on the Pro plan because that actually changes the guidelines for this. And then I'm just going to paste it in, hit enter, no extra instructions or anything. And it's just going to create me this prompt, right? So super slick. I try to make it kind of as like clear and straightforward as possible. You can just hit copy. And then now we can go into Midjourney. So in this Midjourney step, the first thing we're going to want to do is decide on a couple settings, right? So image size, aesthetics, model, and more options. So image size, I think I want to make vertical designs here. So I'm going to go into 4:5. I don't want to confuse you with aspect ratios or anything like that. But what I recommend for sizes, if I just pull this up really quick here, is these sizes, okay? So 4:5 and 5:4, I would recommend creating your base Midjourney design in, and then running it through an automation script that we'll walk through in just a second. It will crop and upscale it into all these sizes. So for 4:5, it goes into all these. for 5x4, it goes into all these. I think that's all you need to do, all the sizes that you need. You can make your art in 2x3 or 3x4, and then like vice versa for the horizontal version, right? And it will still upscale and crop it in all these sizes. So you can do whatever you want. I recommend 4x5 because that's kind of like the biggest and thickest, and then we kind of just crop down from there. Totally up to you. Yeah, and then the other one is frame TV art if you want to. That's 16x9, but we'll talk about that in a different video. I actually have a full training on that. That's like an hour and a half long that covers everything. So that's out of the scope of this video. For now, we're just going to focus on 4x5 vertical prints, okay? So 4x5, right? And that's an aspect ratio. Next, stylization. So this goes from 0 to 1000. For those prints that I included from the prompt drop, the style that I used was 250. So I think I'm going to keep it there. I think 250 is a really happy medium from like detailed brush strokes, but not too detailed that like it looks like a photograph or there's like too many shadows going on or too much complicated lighting. Weirdness and variety, you can keep it 0. You can play with these. This just changes like the difference between the art generations and how like weird they are between other Midjourney generations of a similar sort. I keep it on raw mode. Most of these settings you could probably just keep as this. And then I kind of want to experiment with this with you here in this video. So let's keep this as standard mode, but I'm going to try old reliable 6.1, the old Midjourney model. Okay, so let's just try that. Let's see what happens, and then we'll try V7 after. I'll keep it on turbo to speed things up for us. Stealth mode, and then video stuff we're not going to mess with in this video. So we're actually all good to go, and all I need to do is just hit Control V and paste in my big old prompt right here. Remember, this is just like one string. It's like one big sentence. And I'm just going to hit enter and check it out. All of these art designs have just been submitted, and now it's just going to start cranking. So that is the advantage of kind of this like Vega, Atlas Muse dream team. So yeah, so let's just start walking through these, right? Already I can tell these are pretty solid. Oh my gosh, it's hard to pick here. Wow, I like this one. I like this one. I can't pick all of them. They're all so good though. Wow, these are great. See, I'll be the first to say Midjourney 6.1, super solid. This one's really like bright. I like that. But this one has a vintage vibe, which I love. This one's nice, but my eye doesn't find anything right away. Same with this one. Oh, that's kind of nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe something like that. Keep going. Ooh, that's nice. Oh my gosh. You've done it again. The AI, prompting the AI. It's just so good. That's nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I like number 1 here. I try not to pick too many from one batch because I don't want my art designs to be too similar across my shop, right? If we have 4 bridges right next to each other on Etsy, like it takes away from the uniqueness of the actual art design, right? But if there's just one bridge, like honestly, it probably could have been any of these 4. It would probably be a lot more appealing. But even better if we can pick our favorite of the given batch. So this one's good. Oh, we'll keep going. Was it Apple Orchard? Very nice. So the thing I'm looking for here is like, where does my eyes go, right? Like my eyes are kind of scattered right here. I don't know what I'm really looking at. These look good, but I'm like, what am I focusing on, right? Like if you scrolled and like stopped and saw this, sometimes it helps to like look away and then just like look right back at it and be like, all right, what am I looking at? Does this look good? What do I see first? Because it's like, okay, like I don't really see anything. Like what am I looking at here, right? Maybe this one's a little closer. This one's good. I think I'll upscale this one. Yeah. And then at this point we're into our upscales, right? Whereas like this one, you look at it and you're like, okay, winding, like, oh, and it's got trees that kind of like this flows into. Nice. Same with that. Same with this, right? So those are all our art designs. How many did we end up with? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. So if that felt like it was really simple and easy, then you're absolutely right. These AI tools have made this more available than ever to make breathtaking designs like some of these, right? And then just for reference, like if I pull up Lexington Print's best listings here, let's just go to all time, right? So they have one AI art design that has made them $17,000 or $6,500 or $6,500 or $6,100. This is a set, but you get what I'm saying? Like, if you could make 17 grand with just one of these designs, I mean, that is a win. If you can make $500 with one of these designs, that's a total win. And it's easier than ever before, and the cost is lower than before. Like, these AI tools are the great equalizer. Everybody has access to make breathtaking, like, artist quality designs. So at this point, it's kind of just a matter of showing up and actually doing it, and having the eye and the prompt knowledge to know what to make. So that's where I'm trying to help you. Yeah, and hopefully you can see, like, just a couple tweaks using the custom GPT can transform your designs, right? Like, these are great. For fall, I mean, I am very confident that something like this would definitely get some sales, and more than just one or two, but that's not a guarantee or anything. So at this point, now we're ready with all of our art to prep them into the files we need for Etsy. Okay, so we're moving on to step 2. First is art, second is file prep, third is upload. Okay, so let's move on to step 2. So I'm going to go to the Organize tab here and sort by upscales. Okay, and just click this plus to select everything from today, and then click download. Simple as that. This is why the Midjourney website is amazing, by the way, because you can just do this instead of like control S-ing all of these different art designs in Discord and having to open them in the browser and stuff like that. So I'll just save my zip folder right here. That's fine. Let's open up the folder. And within this zip folder, I have all of my designs with my funny Discord name from when I was in high school. And I'll put this in the input folder. Okay, so this is the Tempest automation script. Remember, we're on step 2 for file processing. So I'm going to paste these into this input folder like this. I press Control C and now Control V. Okay, so here's all my art designs. Sorry, I'll make this a little big for you. Here are all my art designs. Okay. Take note, my Midjourney name is at the front. Whatever is before the prompt is your Midjourney name. And like side note, it could be something like this. Okay? So if you see this, that means this is your entire Midjourney name. Okay? So it's important to grab that. So I just did undo, by the way, because that's not my name. This is my name, and you can tell because it's the same across all these. So I'm just going to copy that. I hit Control C. You can right click and do copy. Now we're ready for the next step. Okay, so I'm going to pull up Photoshop, which, you know, speaking of like low cost and subscriptions, this is one of the only subscriptions you need for this entire business. For sellers making as much as I showed, or like the Four Sisters print shop, who I love, who make these watercolor art designs. They do $10K a month, and they've only been around for about a year and a half. So amazing. These guys are aspirational. Lexington and Antique White have both made 6 figures, like $500K in total sales. And then North Prince has made multiple millions of dollars selling AI art on Etsy. So long story short, like, this is one of the only expenses. I think you can get Photoshop for like $20 a month if you get it with Lightroom. So kind of side note there. But remember, we're still on step 2, create the files and prep everything for Etsy. Okay. So we have our input file like this. In fact, let me make this a little simpler for you. This goes here, this goes here. So here's all of our stuff. I have mockups loaded in here. I'm going to go to File, Scripts, Browse. Double click on my Tempest script, in this folder. And then it pops up over here with the Tempest run dialog. Okay. So all we need to do is say, yep, we're doing vertical prints. As you can see here, Exhibit A. Do we want to rename and index these files? Yes, we do. What's my Midjourney name? Boom. What should our start index be? Let's assume we've already posted 100 art designs to our shop. So in that case, we want to start at 101. Okay, if that doesn't make sense, let's walk through it. Do I want to create cropped images? Yes. Mockups? Yes. Create my video? Yes. So that is all there is to it. And remember that image I showed you earlier with all the sizes? This is what vertical creates, right? 2x3, 3x4, 4x5, 5x7, 11x14. Super easy. This is the new Tempest 2.0 update. You can actually add files via add row here, or delete them, or change the pixel dimensions. super slick, super user-friendly, super cool, right? That's our new tagline. Vertical, rename, everything is checked. Okay. Immediately this is going to kick off. Stuff is going to start happening. It looks a little confusing, but if I go back, then if I go into the output folder and for 4x5, you can see we have V101 right here. I'll zoom in a little bit. We have a cropped images and mockups folder. And what is happening right now? All of our mockups are being created automatically. And I couldn't even get here in time. These are all already complete, I guess. There was one more. But all 10 of these are completely done. Now it's going ahead and cropping this version of the file into all of these different sizes, right? All the different upscaled and cropped images. So these are like ready to print, right? Like 4x5. This is a very HD design, right? You can tell, right? Beautiful. Wow. And I use a different sort of like viewer, but if I open this with photos here, you can see it kind of smooths it out to how like a user would see it, right? Whoa, really nice. Super smooth brush strokes, great texture. And then, yeah, we can move on to the next one. So now we have 102. Cropped images are being created right now. And that's about it. So at this point, we could go walk away from our computer. We could go have lunch or go off to take a walk or whatever we want to do. And remember, we're doing this for 10 art designs, but we could have done it for 100 or however many we really wanted. Okay, so after a minute or two of letting this run, it's finishing up the last listing. It's cropped images and mockups. And this should be the grand finale. Processing complete. So that was creating the art, obviously. And then now we've prepped and gathered all of our files, right? We have the upscaled images. That's kind of our actual product that the customer can print out and frame in all these different sizes. And the mockups, right? So that we can like a size chart. So we can put this on Etsy and show this as like our last mockup so people know what they're getting. Maybe like this is our primary mockup, stuff like that. So the very last step is normally a lot of tedious manual work, but in this case, it's uploading the files automatically. So I said that was step 3, and we're going to do this, and it might blow your mind a little bit. So if I go to my Google here, and I go to Downpour, this is the bulk uploader software for Etsy that does pretty much everything in just one drag and drop. So I've already prepped all of my images. I've told the software what my crop file names are, and then I filled out like quantity, $9.99, price is going to be $8, category, digital prints. So all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to drag and drop. So all these folders are in the 4x5 output folder. I'm just going to drag and drop this guy right into Downpour, and it's going to process all of those cropped images, all those mockups, all those folders, and connect them together into 10 listings. Okay? So you can see it's already processing them right now. It's already processed all of these and uploaded them. It's uploading these at the moment. It's already uploaded all these. It's uploading these. They're just popping into existence, right? And being uploaded. And while this is all happening, you'll notice that title and tags is blank for each of these listings, right? So we have, this is the kind of like folder name. This is the primary. These are all the mockups, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Listing files. We can even look at our little description here. This is just like a placeholder for this demo. But one thing we need to do is use AI to write our titles and tags, right? We could do this manually. We could hit this and like type. Or we could upload a CSV. Or we can open this AI auto-generate panel, click our first primary mockup that we like, that shows off the art the clearest. And this is actually a new update. If I hit auto-generate, it's now going to kick off automatically writing titles and tags for all of our listings at the same time. So this is super fast. It does it in like a multi-threaded approach. So it's already done. It just did all 10 in like seconds. Auto Meadow and Forest oil painting, printable rustic fall landscape wall art, vibrant cottagecore decor, open field and autumn 101, because that's our index, right? Autumn wall art, fall landscape, rustic decor, printable art, cottagecore, fall painting. So these are some pretty solid SEO titles and tags. Autumn meadow with wooden fence, right? So this is physically using the ChatGPT Vision integration and looking at this design, plus a highly trained SEO optimized Etsy AI model to write the title and tags and include the index at the end so you can find it later on Etsy. If you need to like go back to your computer and be like, all right, which one was 102. Oh, here it is. Like, here's my designs, right? Super easy. I would recommend using the indexing. And then it gives you tags for each one. And that's about it. So these are all completely done. We have our descriptions. We can regenerate each one if we want. We can even delete the listing if we don't want it for some reason. And then the very last step is just to upload it to Etsy like this. You could have hit auto upload if we would have written the tags with AI fast enough. I was kind of walking through things because obviously we need title and tags in order for it to upload to Etsy. Otherwise it won't work. But yeah, at this point it's just sort of uploading and we don't really have to do anything. Like mere minutes ago, we were making these with Midjourney. I just ran through the script, took a break to grab a coffee, and now I'm back and I could take another break. Or I could go back and start generating more art designs, right? And I mean, this is already like 1/10 of the way done, or 15%, right? So if I actually go into my Etsy shop here, you can already see 2 listings have popped into existence, right? And they're currently being uploaded as we speak. So 101, completely done. Here's all our images. I didn't include a video for this one in all of our files, right? So these are directly on Etsy. The software also supports uploading right to Google Drive and using a PDF. It uploads everything to Google Drive, creates a folder, grabs the link, puts it in a shared PDF, uploads that as the file. If you want to do that route, you have both options. But yeah, price, quantity. It adds the SKU as the index. That's an optional field. And then you can even add stuff like primary color and secondary color as a part of the software. Tags are all set up. Yeah, you're good to go. You can even add shop section too, stuff like that. And if we go back to listings, these are just drafts, by the way. It only creates drafts. You can see it's creating more and more all in the background. It's already halfway done with our 10. And the very, very last step for us would be to do a select all like this and then hit publish once they're all done and let them go live on Etsy and start making sales, right? Now you should wait until this is completely done to do that. But that's really all there is to it. So this is a video about what I would do if I was truly starting from scratch. I would do this. You can use the prompt drops in the community like we did, walk through it with Atlas Muse and Vega, go into Midjourney, create everything, run them through the Photoshop Tempest script to get all your files, and then just drag and drop them into Midjourney and let them upload, right? It really is as easy as that. And then you can create art shops that are a very similar caliber to shops like this. And one thing that I've sort of been talking about recently that I really truly believe in is the riches are in the niches. So the more you can niche down and create a unique style that's kind of all your own, or at least more more uniform across your shop, the better. Like Four Sisters Print Shop. They nail this. They do the pastel watercolors. It's perfect. We are sort of doing this like fall oil painting style, which I think looks really good and could create a uniform shop. And then obviously you have sellers like Lexington Prints who do a bit of a blend, but there's like Four Sisters Print Shop is actually doing better than them if we look at their past couple months, because Lexington is sort of spreading their reach a little bit. So I've gone back and forth in this, and if you've been in my community, you've maybe heard me say this, but at this point in my journey, I almost believe that like if you were to do sketches, it might even be worth creating your own sketch store to just do sketches compared to like putting them in your current store, because it just, the more uniform you can get, the more people understand that like it's like a one-stop shop for exactly what they want. It's all okay, it's everything they want and nothing that you don't, right? I think that's like a country song, but it's everything that you want and nothing that you don't, right? And if they wanted sketches, they could go to like Four Sisters Sketches, right? Nothing wrong with like making another shop with a similar name or similar brand. And in fact, they could feed off each other. But yeah, so I've kind of transitioned to that mindset recently. So take it or leave it. But that's just something that I've witnessed across some of the sellers in my community and like sellers on Etsy. But yeah, the 10 listings are completely uploaded. So if I refresh the page here, now I can do my complete publish and just get everything on there. We can do a quick check, make sure all the images are there and all the files, but I mean, they will be unless like you see something crazy pop up here. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. So at this point, you just post and you can run it again, or you could do it again tomorrow and do it for another 10 minutes. Yeah, because the cool thing about these AI tools is like you pretty much have unlimited. I don't like the idea of like gambling, but like you pretty much have unlimited lottery tickets to build listings that make 7K or 7K or 3K or 3K. Like that's pretty solid. If one of those 10 makes us 7K or even 1K or even okay, a lot of them make 1K, but even lower than that, I guess, like $100 or $200 or $500, like that is a huge win. And they're up there forever now. Like they're just going to keep making sales over and over. And there's not much we have to do besides pay the 20-cent listing fee, right? So yeah, so it's, in my opinion, like this is one of the highest leverage, automated, scalable businesses out there right now. And it's only going to get bigger. I think AI art is like a hockey stick. Like these tools like Midjourney are not going away. And now you like ChatGPT and all these other tools are getting better and better at AI art, plus Midjourney, obviously. Yeah, it's just not going away. So the sooner you can adopt these tools, I think the better. Selling AI art on Etsy is just going up and up and up. And yeah, I'm just really excited for the future. I think big things are coming. And you can even see it from this graph. Like the growth rate is 10,000% for some of these listings, 16,000. Like people want what is being created, right? There's demand for the supply. So I don't think people talk a lot about saturation. If you can create your own niche and carve out your own like area of the market, you can still absolutely crush and like make kind of like life-changing income on the side. And I mean, you know, I'm biased, but like in the AI Art Sellers Collective, we'll help you do it. People are getting a ton of sales. We post prompt drops. There's a full course. But then I think the most important thing of all is that automation system that allows you to just move 100 times faster. Yeah. Plus like resources like the GPTs and then like free mockups, size chart templates that you can use for your shop, Frame TV PDF, Google Drive PDF. So there's kind of a lot in there to like get you started and get you scaling. So I would highly recommend it. Plus it's just fun. I mean, there's 150 people in here. Everyone's like having a good time, and we do monthly giveaways, and I think you'll be surprised with how magnetic the community is. It really is this energy that you have to kind of see to believe. So yeah, I'd highly recommend joining. Even if you just try it out for a month, like I think you'll find that it's a beneficial place to be. So, but I mean, otherwise, I'll keep making videos like this. I really appreciate you. Like or subscribe on the video if you enjoyed it. And leave a comment if you have any other questions or want me to cover anything else in these videos or different styles or anything like that. I'm happy to read them. We're doing a new series where I cover some of my YouTube comments just live answering questions. So yeah, leave a comment if you have anything to say. And otherwise, I will see you in the next one.